Hey everyone, today at Sawtooth Mountain Outdoors, we're going to be chopping down this tree right behind me with my brand new Echo Felon axe. Stay tuned. So in front of me here, we got this little, we got this birch tree here, and as you can see, it's dead up at the top. There's one limb that's still alive on it. It's pretty good size though. But what I'm doing here is I'm putting in a tent pad, and I got it kind of leveled out. I got these poles on here. I had to move out of the way to fell this tree, but I don't need this big old dead birch tree leaning right over where I'm going to be setting up my tent at this campsite. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Now I'm going to leave these two live ones behind it, so those will be good and those will contribute to the forest, but this big one's got to go. Now I'm just going to walk you through how I'm cutting it down. Right in front of me here is where the tent's going, and the tree's kind of leaning at this angle. I'm going to try to get it to drop just straight out this way, and what that's going to do, that's going to kind of preserve the little bit of dirt work that I did here, kind of leveling the ground out with the shovel. I don't want to mess that up too much. So we're just going to go ahead and notch out the front of the tree, and then after that we'll trim the sides a little bit, and then we can make our back cut and drop it. So I got my work area here more or less cleared out. Just got my axe sharpened up, got the handle smoothed out, so we're good to go. So I got the tree here, and as you see, I've been swinging away for a minute. Now, here we go. So we've made our face cut, and you can see this wood here. This wood here, this is still good. This is live wood, and it's going to that one branch up there that's still alive. But then the inside of the tree is totally rotten out, and it's not structurally sound. And unfortunately, where I'm at up here, we get a lot of wind, so I don't need this thing getting blown over. Now you can see we got our face cut made here. Probably gonna go in a little bit further, and then I'm gonna I'll probably just go in a little bit further, and then we'll just make our back cut, because what little wood's gonna hold this thing as it falls is just this couple inches here on either side of live wood. I'm a little hesitant to be standing on the other side of the tree because of the way it's leaning. I don't want a dead piece to break off and hit me on the head. So probably gonna be working from this side a little bit more. But we'll keep going after it here. Chips are hitting me in the face. This axe works too well. Okay, well, I'd say we got a pretty good face cut made here. I'm gonna go around the other side of the tree and we're gonna make our back cut and drop this thing. Okay, so the back cut, if we have the notch on the front here, the back cut's going to be just slightly above the bottom of that. It's going to kind of relieve that tension as the wood on the back of the tree is under a lot of stress right now, like stretching, tension. We're going to cut it, relieve that tension, and it's just going to hopefully hinge over and not break off and do something crazy like hit the camera. But I guess we'll find out. So the wood on the back side of this is basically completely rotten all the way around. So there's only about 4 inches by 2 inches of wood right here that's causing the tree to stand up. Kind of the unfortunate thing we're dealing with is there's a decent wind. There we go. I was gonna say there's a wind kind of holding it up, and well, let's stop for a second. So what happened here is I was trying to get the tree to fall this direction, right at my truck right there. I got the 10 pad here. I was trying to get it to fall this way, and that's how I had it notched out and everything. And then in the video where I said all the wood on the right side of the tree is rotten and only this piece of wood here is holding it. So you can see part of the tree that was alive is this strip here, this sapwood, which ended back here, and then the entire back of the tree was rotten. So after what I cut here, cut into here and I cut into here, there's only this strip of wood that was still alive, and on the back side there was essentially no wood that was still live on the right side. It kind of, as you can see, it starts to taper off right here, and that's about where the live wood stopped. So when we were standing there, since there was no live wood here to support the weight of the tree, even though it was notched to fall that way, just this rotten wood gave out and it fell this way. So that's why you got to be careful. Stuff like that, weird stuff can happen, and I had no way of knowing that it was going to do that until I started cutting into the tree. So it's one of those things where you got to be prepared to get out of the way, because the tree might not fall the direction that you want it to. So yeah, make sure you're being safe out there. But that's that. Now I'm going to get this thing bucked up and yeah, get on to the next one, I guess.